watch me burn. Ladies and gentlemen, the chief economist of the Inland Empire Economic Partnership, Dr. John Husing.
You know, one of the nice things about being here for the first time in a long time is I can say I'm not here as Dr. Doom. As Doug very correctly said, we are beginning to see some life after death in the economy. Just so you know, the Inland Empire, January over January, was up 19,200 jobs. Importantly, and oddly almost, that was almost as many as Orange County and San Diego County combined. They added a little over 21,000, we added 19,200. Those are the kind of numbers I got used to looking at that sort of vanished on it as we went along. What I'm going to do is go through some work that I've been in the process of doing for a long time. As I look around this room, the thing that impresses me is how many of you I've interviewed as part of what I've been doing to try and understand this area. It's almost like I'm on a first-name basis with half the audience. Essentially what this was all about is, of course I'm a data nerd because I'm an economist, so that's sort of a starting point. But in doing the kind of work that underlies what Doug and Julie are worried about, you've really got to get out and talk to the people making the decisions. So Paul Granillo and I together went out and interviewed 65 firms. I interviewed over another 65. And frankly, it was really because of the help of Cindy Roth, of Morris down in Southwest County, of Carol Beswick and her membership in Inland Action, Joe Brady up in the High Desert, Tom Flavin out in the Coachella Valley, really helped get to the kinds of companies. When I say we interviewed those, listen to the sectors I was sort of thinking as we were going along today. A lot of people in healthcare, a lot of people in manufacturing, people in construction, logistics, agriculture, tech firms, defense firms, tourism, biotech, retail, local government, economic development directors. We covered the whole spectrum as we talked to try and understand what's going on here, what are the little jewels that are planted all over the place. It ranged from people like Jack Brown, who owns Stater Brothers, to Jack Dangerman with Esri, SRI. So farm community folks that Tom's office was helpful in getting me to. So we got a pretty good picture of what was going on. The number one priority that came out of those discussions, not unsurprisingly, was education. I like to use this quote, there's no such thing as a poor, well-educated community. Unfortunately, the opposite is also true. And the data on this area is very clear. We are the opposite. We have got to change that. Partially it has come about because of migration to this region, where the screen has been affordable rent, affordable housing, and as a consequence, that screen, which is an income screen, and therefore an education screen, has given us tough problems. I'm sure when Doug and Julie have been up in the Central Valley, they hear exactly the same thing as they have the movement of people out of the Bay Area for the same reason into places like Vacaville and Modesto. This is sort of a picture that underscores that fact. In San Bernardino County, 18.6% of the population, according to the 2010 American Community Survey from the Bureau of the Census, 20.3% of Riverside, BAs and above. For Southern California, it's only 29, and that includes all of the Southern California counties, including San Diego, Imperial, Ventura, etc. In the Bay Area, it's 42%. And the fact that the Bay Area has tended over the years to have a huge voice in Sacramento with a perspective that is so different than ours is one of the reasons we are really happy to see this initiative going on that's looking at region by region by region, because it's absolutely essential to get the point of view of regions like ours and our sister region really in the Central Valley. Here's the opposite